Hi, I'm David Katzmeyer from CNET.com, and I'm standing with the Sony DMX WL1. This is a wireless HDMI system, one of the first two on the market. Sony, along with Geffen, the first companies to perfect this wireless HDMI transmission. It's not perfect yet, we'll get to that in a second. First of all, I want to let you know that this system does work with all TVs. Unlike some Sony proprietary products, this one does work with any Sony TV or non-Sony TV, so that's something to know right off the bat. The system consists of a transmitter and a receiver. The transmitter is the big thing under here. The receiver is this little guy here. The receiver sits next to the TV. The transmitter goes next to all your gear on the other side of the room. The range between the two is supposedly 65 feet, although in testing wasn't quite that far. One of the cool things about this system is it does have a lot of features. Sony put 4 HDMI inputs on the back of the transmitter, along with a component video input and even an optical digital audio output, so you can connect an AV receiver, which is really cool. On the other end, the receiver, its output is just a single HDMI jack, so you just plug that into your TV and all the switching is handled via the transmitter. To facilitate that operation, you got a remote control on this device. The remote can obviously switch between the different devices connected to the transmitter and also control, using its universal command system, the gear that can actually be stashed across the room out of sight. The Sony's transmissions did tend to break up a little bit when they were at the end of their range, especially if we put the receiver itself behind a television or in an area that was a little bit less easy to see. But again, when they were moved closer together, system was a little bit better overall than the Geffen in terms of picture quality. It didn't introduce any false contouring. It wasn't perfect, wasn't as good as an HDMI cable overall, but again, the video quality was very good in this system, and I think it's pretty good for a first-gen device. That's a quick look at the Sony DMX WL1, and I'm David Katzmeyer.